Good morning to all the students of class 9th. We were doing this poem on killing a tree. Here we'll discuss the literary devices that has been used in the poem as well as the theme and message. COVID-19 appropriate behavior. Students, there are 3 things you need to keep in your mind while moving out of your house. Number 1, wearing mask. Wearing mask is mandatory and you should not forget to wear a mask when you move out of your house. It's one of the most important preventive measure you can take. Second is maintaining social distancing of 6 feet. When you are going out anywhere, make sure that you are standing away from others from 6 feet. At least 6 feet you are away from the others. Third is hand hygiene. Always carrying a sanitizer with you when you are going out, and after coming back to home, before the entry, just make sure that you have a hand wash outside there. You can wash your hands and then enter inside. So students, these are the 3 things. If you adapt in your daily life, then there will be no harm to your family and of course to yourself. So I hope that you will follow these and have a good healthy life. The poet in his poem on killing a tree is explaining the process of destruction of nature. He is emphasizing that we will eventually face a lot of problems if we continue in this manner. The idea in the poem is deforestation leading to disaster, and the need for afforestation is implied. The poem highlights a lot of things. First of all, it displays the destructive nature of humans. It is displaying the destructive nature of we as humans. It also shows that Mother Nature is inevitable and it cannot be easily destroyed. The tree is a symbol of mankind. It says that human life is not so easy to end. If we cut the fingers or the skin, then we do not die. Similarly, the trees do not die even. It is the heart that should be cut out. This is the main theme of the poem. Though the poem is very short, but it slashes out a scar in our minds. The poet has used irony in the poem, describing the crime committed by the tree. For years it has consumed the earth's crust. Like a thief, it has absorbed sunlight, air, and water, and has grown up like a giant. So the tree must be killed, but it is not an easy task. A simple jab of the knife will not do it. From close to the ground, it will rise up again and grow to its former size. It will again become a threat to man. So the tree should be tied with a rope and pulled out entirely. Its white, bleeding root should be exposed. Then it should be browned and hardened and twisted and withered, and it is done. So the poem here gives a realistic picture of man's attitude towards trees. The tree is his greatest friend, but man is so foolish that he doesn't realize the fact that he is cutting his own throat when he cuts a tree. The poet depicts violence literally and non-violence ironically. The root of the tree is like the love that is essential for human beings to survive. This love is given to us by our parents who take years to nurture us into strong individuals. If this love is chopped off, the giver, that is the parents, wither, decay, and go into oblivion. In this poem, James Faulkner Kirkup has beautifully described and shown us the real picture of human beings, of their destructive nature, of how we are slowly and gradually cutting the trees and causing destruction, not just to the environment, to the nature, to the Mother Earth, but also to ourselves. There are certain literary devices that has been used in the poem. The first literary device that has been used here is personification. Personification is a literary device which is used to show human attributes. Here there are certain phrases like the bleeding bark, leprous hide, so much pain. These shows the human attributes. Therefore, personification has been used. Another literary device is alliteration. The words like bleeding bark, the letter B is repeating, and white and wet W is repeating. The repetition of the B sound, B, and the repetition of the W sound, wa, white and wet. So we can say alliteration has been used in these lines. The third literary device that has been used here is repetition. The repetition of the words like out, pulled out, snapped out. The word out has been repeated a number of times, so we can say repetition has been used in the poem in these lines.